What if your heart's greatest defense isn't a medication, but a missing vitamin in your routine? Every heartbeat is a whisper of your body's resilience, until the silence of a sudden heart attack speaks louder. Today, you'll uncover 4 powerful vitamins that don't just support your heart. They could rewrite your health future. Every year, more than 800,000 Americans suffer a heart attack, and many never saw it coming. You eat reasonably well, try to stay active, and still your heart might be silently at risk. But what if certain vitamins could tip the scale in your favor? Today we're diving into the top vitamins that could help lower your risk, and one of them is probably missing from your routine right now. Heart disease doesn't usually knock loudly before it enters for many people. The first sign is the heart attack itself. And yet science tells us the warning signs and risk factors are often building up for years. While no vitamin is a magic bullet, researchers have discovered that certain nutrients play a powerful supporting role in maintaining cardiovascular health, especially in aging adults. If you're over 50, your body's ability to absorb and produce some of these nutrients naturally begins to decline. That's why it's critical to know what to focus on now before something irreversible happens later. Let's explore the vitamins with the strongest evidence behind them, and a few that might be doing more harm than good. 1. Vitamin B complex. The homocysteine. Have you ever had a blood test and seen the word homocysteine on the results but had no idea what it meant? You're not alone. Most people glance over it, not realizing that high homocysteine levels could quietly be damaging their arteries. Think of homocysteine like rust building up inside your pipes. At first it's invisible, but over time it corrodes the walls, weakens the structure, and increases the chance of a break, or in your case, a heart attack. This is where the B vitamin family steps in, particularly B6, B12, and folate, also called B9. These vitamins work together like a cleanup crew, breaking down excess homocysteine in the blood and protecting your arteries from long-term damage. And there's real science behind it. A meta-analysis of 27 studies found that people who supplemented with folic acid had a 12% lower risk of stroke. In another study, animals given B vitamins showed reduced arterial inflammation and better blood vessel function. But here's the part many people miss. As we age, our ability to absorb these B vitamins declines. Even if you're eating a decent diet, you might not be getting enough. That's why many doctors recommend a B complex supplement, especially for adults over 60. What can you do today? Load your plate with leafy greens, lentils, fortified grains, and speak to your doctor about testing for B12 or folate deficiency. Have you ever had your homocysteine levels checked? If not, now might be the right time to ask, because your arteries might be asking for help long before your heart does. Next, let's look at a nutrient that doesn't just clean up damage, it helps prevent it in the first place. 2 omega-3 fatty acids, the inflammation shield. You've probably heard that omega-3s are good for your heart, but what does that really mean? Let's break it down, because the truth is these fatty acids may be one of your heart's best defenses. Imagine the inside of your arteries like a smooth riverbed. When inflammation strikes, it's like tossing gravel into the stream. It disrupts the flow and begins to damage the walls. Over time, that inflammation builds plaque, narrows the arteries, and sets the stage for a heart attack. This is where omega-3 fatty acids come in, specifically EPA and DHA, found in fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These nutrients reduce chronic inflammation, improve triglyceride levels, and help protect the lining of your arteries from damage. The science is compelling. A large-scale clinical trial found that people with higher omega-3 levels had a 15% lower risk of dying from cardiovascular disease. Even more interesting, another study revealed that omega-3s work synergistically with vitamin D to enhance heart protection. But here's the catch. Most people don't eat enough fatty fish and no fish sticks. And Fried shrimp don't count if you're not getting at least 2 servings of oily fish per week. Consider adding a high-quality omega-3 supplement. Look for one that provides 250 to 500 millimoles of combined EPA and DHA per day. And if you're plant-based algae-based supplements offer an effective alternative. Have you ever tracked your omega-3 intake? You might be surprised at how little you're getting. Next, we'll look at a vitamin that doesn't just defend your heart, it fuels it from the inside out, and chances are your levels are already dropping. 3. Coenzyme Q10, the heart's energy source. There's one nutrient most people have never heard of until something goes wrong. It's called coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10, and it might be the most overlooked piece. In your heart health puzzle, picture this: your heart beats over 100 times a day. It's constantly working, never taking a break to keep going. It needs a steady, powerful energy source. That's exactly what CoQ10 provides. CoQ10 is a compound that your body naturally produces. It lives inside your cells, helping convert food into usable energy. And your heart, it's one of the most energy-hungry organs in your body. Without enough CoQ10, your heart literally runs low on fuel. Here's the problem: CoQ10 levels decline with age. And if you're taking statin medications for cholesterol like millions of older adults do, your CoQ10 levels drop even faster. Statins block the same pathway your body uses to make CoQ10. The result? Some people start feeling fatigued, notice shortness of breath, or just feel like they don't have the stamina they used to. But there's hope. A clinical trial found that CoQ10 supplementation reduced all-cause mortality by 32% in patients with heart failure. That's not just impressive, it's potentially life-changing. If you're over 50, or especially if you're on statins, talk to your doctor about CoQ10. It's available as a supplement, often in 100 to 200 mg daily doses. Some people feel the difference in just a few weeks. Have you ever felt unusually tired, even after getting enough sleep? It might be your cells calling out for more energy. And next we'll look at a vitamin that many people take daily, but may not be helping your heart the way you think. In fact, in some cases, it might be doing the opposite. For vitamin D, the surprise link. When you think of vitamin D, you probably picture bones, joints, or maybe sunlight. But what if I told you that this humble vitamin might also have a powerful connection to your heart? Most people don't realize that. Vitamin D acts more like a hormone than a typical vitamin. It travels through your bloodstream, interacting with receptors and nearly every major organ, including your heart. Emerging research suggests a clear link between low vitamin D levels and increased cardiovascular risk. In one large observational study, older adults who consistently took vitamin D had a 19% lower risk of heart attack. That's not a small number for some. It's the difference between independence and a major medical crisis. Why does this happen? Scientists believe vitamin D may help regulate blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and improve artery flexibility. All of these are critical factors in preventing heart disease. But here's the catch. Not all studies agree. The most noticeable benefits seem to occur in people who are already vitamin D deficient, or those taking statins or blood pressure medications. If your levels are already in the healthy range, extra supplementation may not make a big difference. So, what should you do first? Get your vitamin D levels tested. Most experts recommend a range of 30 to 50 nanograms per milliliter, though your doctor may adjust that based on your health history. And when supplementing, don't go it alone. Vitamin D works best when paired with magnesium, which helps activate it, and vitamin K2, which ensures calcium is directed into your bones, not your arteries. Have you ever had your vitamin D levels checked? If not, now is the time. Up next, we'll look at some common supplements you may already be taking and why they might not be helping your heart the way you think. Some may even be making things worse. 5. What to avoid: the overhyped and risky. Let's shift gears for a moment. Because when it comes to heart health, it's not just about what you take, it's also about what you should avoid. And some of the most popular supplements might be doing you more harm than good. You've probably seen the labels: supports heart health, powerful antioxidant protection. It sounds reassuring, but behind the marketing, the science tells a different story. Take vitamin E, for example. 4 years, it was considered a heart health hero. People loaded up on high dose supplements thinking they were protecting their arteries. But a large-scale clinical trial, the Physicians' Health Study 2, found no cardiovascular benefit from vitamin E. Worse yet, a separate study revealed that high doses, 400 IU or more per day, were linked to a 74% increased risk of hemorrhagic stroke. That's bleeding in the brain, a risk no one should take lightly. Then there's vitamin C, another supplement often labeled heart protective, while it's great for immunity. Studies have found no consistent benefit for preventing heart disease. In fact, when taken in high doses, it may increase oxidative stress in certain individuals, particularly smokers. And what about beta-carotene? Once popular as an antioxidant supplement, it's now largely discouraged. Why? Some studies found that beta-carotene supplementation actually increased the risk of death in smokers and people exposed to asbestos. That's the opposite of what we want. The takeaway: more isn't always better, and not every supplement that claims to protect your heart is backed by solid science. Have you been taking any of these? Check the label and check with your doctor. Because next we'll reveal something even more surprising: a common food that's often marketed as heart healthy, but might be quietly damaging your arteries. You won't want to miss it. To protect your heart, there's no one pill that solves it all. But the right nutrients, when used wisely, can play a powerful role in keeping your heart resilient. Focus on proven essentials: B, complex omega-3s, CoQ10, and possibly vitamin D. Just as important, avoid the hype. Not everything in the supplement aisle helps, and some might harm, but here's the twist: there's one everyday food most people think is heart healthy that may actually increase inflammation and contribute to artery damage. In the next video, we'll break down exactly what it is and what to eat. Instead, click now. Your heart might depend on it. In conclusion, your heart doesn't simply age. It responds to what you nourish it with. While no single pill prevents a heart attack, science-backed nutrients like B-complex vitamins, omega-3s, CoQ10, and vitamin D offer tangible protection when used wisely. Avoiding unproven supplements and focusing on what your heart truly needs can make the difference between silent risk and empowered health. Take a moment today to reflect on your regimen, ask your doctor the right questions, and begin aligning your nutrition with your heart's true needs. Because the strongest beat in your body deserves the best care you can give it. Starting now.